once I told my people March, who says the people need to remember that religion is a multi-layered thing. Giving to people is within their mandate.
And it is in that regard we have joined together the collective responsibility.
Pleasant greetings, everyone. Welcome to day 49 of Financial Learning to Change Your Circumstances Now. I'm your host for today, Jamila, from the Simply Gems team. I do hope you enjoy your time here as I bring to you your presenter for today. He has been a part of the customs professional for the past 25 years. And he has greetings, everyone. A lovely family, of 49, three sons, as well as, hold on a moment, please, sorry. Minor technical difficulties. Yes, sorry about that. Yes. He has a lovely family, a loving husband, as well as 3 sons. He has also, in my time of knowing him as well, he has ever been the student, always promoting as his mantra that there's always room for improvement. With great joy and pleasure, I would like to now introduce to you our presenter for today, Mr. Dwayne Kiddies. Dwayne, you can please take it now.
Thank you, Jamila. Is my screen being seen? Jamila, could you confirm if my screen is being seen?
Yes, I'm seeing your screen.
Excellent. Thank you very much. All right, so pleasant good evening, folks. Thank you for shining in from whatever part of internet land you're tuning in from. My name is Dwayne Kiddies, and I am an independent market associate with the OneLife Network. I've been involved with the OneLife Network since 2017 with my initial introduction. I'm loving it. So here, we empower your future, and we assist you to reach your true potential and create a better tomorrow. So one of the things that we want to make clear tonight is that we don't want you to be caught in the financial headlights. And at this time, I would love to share a video with you that would give us some motivation this evening. So just confirming if my screen is being seen, Jamila, and coming to the video.
Yes, I'm seeing your screen right now. It's a video you're sharing, right?
Yes, ma'am. So here we go.
Months made a profit of $75 million. They did not pay the Zambian government upfront in cash for the mines. They were going to pay them over a period of time. Here we have this company that has an understanding of how things work, raised the money at the government's expense, took money that the company should have, that the government should have been making, and gave it back to the government and said, we paid our debt in full, and give them now 0.006% of the proceeds of copper mining, when right outside the door there's people in poverty, people in not eating, people ignorant, people dying, high levels of AIDS. And what's the deal? Churches are full, people are praising God, Africans pray all night. Prayer is not in the success equation. Prayer is in the revelation equation. Decision making is in the success equation. You have to make a decision and be sound. We have to be disciplined and make sure we go and get what God has called us to get. You can be full of the Holy Ghost, you can still be
I'm sorry,
ignorant.
we're not
But as for
seeing
me
the
and my house,
video.
I will get understanding.
Only the audio is coming through.
Okay, my apology. Let me just check that shared screen and see what's happening. Are you hearing me, Jamila?
Yes, I am.
It seems as though the Zoom platform wants to give us some trouble today.
Yes, boy.
Okay, folks, I'm going to attempt to return to my video.
Switch. Switch.
Okay, folks, so we're saying don't be caught in the financial headlights. Essentially, the message of that video was understanding how things work. Decision making is in the success equation. So that's what we're into. So as we move right into tonight's presentation, we want to highlight here the differentiation in terms of purchasing power and the US dollar. So on our screen here, we are seeing that on my left, you will see there appears a gram of 24 karat gold, 999.9 London bullion market gold. And to the right, we have the US dollar. There's a history behind the US dollar, and it's linked to gold. Up until 1971, the US dollar was linked to gold. Therefore, there was a physical commodity backing the US dollar. As seen in our graph, that dollar could have bought you at least 4 loaves of bread, when 1 gram of gold could have purchased you 5 loaves of bread. 40 years down the line, the same gram of gold increased in purchasing power over time, giving you a total of 20 loaves of bread in today's economy, whereas the US dollar can only afford you half a loaf. And this speaks to the history of money. We see here that you cannot outrun inflation with an income earned in a shrinking currency, meaning as the currency pool grows larger and larger through fractional reserve and quantitative easing, purchasing power is lost. On our screen here, this diagram is taken from the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, and it clearly shows the 100-year run of the US dollar and how much purchasing power it has lost within that time. Here we have a comment attributed to Ms. Christine Lagarde, who was then the managing director of the International Monetary Fund. And she has speculated that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has as much of a future as the internet itself. So our fourth industrial revolution is not about technology or business, but about society. So says Mr. Joe Kaiser, one of the CEOs of the biggest global firms, Siemens. So that puts us into the fourth industrial revolution. Industry 1.0 saw the mechanization, steam power and weaving looms. Industry number 2 brought us to mass production, assembly line, electrical energy. Industry number 3 speaks to automation, computers, and electronics. And of course, Industry 4.0 speaks to cyber physical system and the Internet of Things.
Excuse Dwayne.
Yes, sir.
Possible for you to fix your screen from in the share screen, because right now everything is just blank.
Okay. What's happening there, folks, is that I am able to move my presentation. However, the Zoom panel is not engaging at this time. My apologies for the technical difficulties. I was just signing it to try and see if it will come back, so I'll continue with the presentation. Jamila, do you have anything prepared at the moment that I can just see if I can address this issue? With regard to what we spoke of earlier in terms of sustainability and being able to propagate your own food?
Sure, just give me one moment, please. Give me one moment, please. I'm having a little technical difficulties on my side as well. The internet is fluctuating a bit.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, ladies and gents, good evening to all. Permit me to just say a few words. There's a lot of problems with the internet. It's extremely unstable today. I don't know what's the reason. So please bear with us a bit. We will get back to you in a short while. Okay, and Dwayne and Jamila are working on this. So please, our apologies and hold on. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Donna, I'm back up.
Oh, beautiful. Thank
Are
you.
you able to see my screen?
Yes, we are.
Perfect.
Right. Take over. Beautiful.
All right, thank you. Okay, folks. So sorry for that breaking transmission, technical difficulties beyond our control. So we're looking at the evolution of money. We started using the barter system. We moved on to silver and subsequently gold. And we have evolved to paper currency, plastic, and now cryptocurrency. So it's a natural evolution in money. So cryptocurrency is the new craze. It has been around since 2008 with the advent of Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency that was created back in 2008 by persons who have the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. Cryptocurrency is digital money that uses blockchain technology and cryptography for security and anti-counterfeiting. The value of the currency is not based on any country or central bank. The value is dependent on the supply and demand, and it behaves more like gold and silver. So OneCoin blockchain consists of every transaction ever performed on the OneCoin blockchain. It is the first cryptocurrency to store KYC documents. And our goal is to become the #1 cryptocurrency in the world. How are we going to achieve that feat? By using these three components: usability, expansion, and market capitalization. Just checking the chat. So we're going to achieve our goal of becoming the #1 cryptocurrency. We will choose usability, expansion, and market capitalization. OneCoin changes the world of finance in a responsible way. And here is our lovely founder, Dr. Ruza Ignatova. She was born in Sofia, Bulgaria. She possesses a degree in law from the University of Oxford. She has a master's degree in economics from the University of Constance. She also has a PhD in law from the University of Oxford and Constance. And her thesis was based on corporate litigation within the European Union. She's worked with several financial risk and asset management firms in the EU, and she has also done consulting with several other cryptocurrencies before creating OneCoin. She's published 2 books on digital currency in both German and Chinese. A very accomplished person. So what is our mission? OneLife's mission is to enable a global community of web users to take active part in using and improving new cutting-edge digital technologies and products. The aim is to increase the quality of life of our members using the One ecosystem, and to provide alternative and equal access to practical and relevant financial education to people worldwide. Our intention is to ignite a natural financial evolution. and to invite opportunities for economic growth and to create new markets for opportunity. And how do we intend to do that? It's all about education. The One Academy has education with the whole family in mind. We have financial courses beginning at level 1, which is the Introduction to Finance. And this course has been created by a 4th generation university lecturer by the name of Mr. Angel Muker. He has also created the level, and this level explains stock trading, asset classes, analysis, and stock market forecasting, and being able to understand risk and behavioral perspectives, and to explore cryptocurrency as an asset class. What about Forex? Our level 3 package was created by Mr. Ernest Contatis. The Forex market is a $5 trillion daily trading platform that allows persons to trade Forex all over the world. Mr. Contatis also developed management and econometric analysis, learn in depth how to create econometric analysis and get more familiar with financial assets. Start modeling your analysis on the knowledge gained from previous levels and begin to put your skills into practice. Because knowledge is only power when it's applied. So we have the behavioral finance and analysis, and this gives us a broad perspective as to the philosophy of money. It helps us to understand that money has to come with a psychology. Behavioral economics too was developed, and it uses psychology and economics to explain the anomalies of financial markets. So we're able to gain more in-depth knowledge about behavioral biases and a short insight into the direct effects of IPOs. We also have the oneforex packages that teaches you how to become a trader, enabling you to develop income skills in the art of trading forex. And these principles can also be applied in the cryptocurrency trading industry as well. So as I always say, we have our diamonds, Ida and Michelle Mark, together with Mr. Jason Bramble, who is the forex trainer, and he will take you through a series of courses that will allow you to become a professional trader, enabling you to tap into that $5 trillion market that is the forex market. So we are creating financial experts through our educational platform. And of course, we start with children in mind. Our company has designed training materials to teach your children about making money, how do dreams come true, the history of money, making money go around. We also have packages that include risk and finance. And why do we pay taxes? All this information has been put together and neatly packaged in a very colorful format for ease of reference of the children, and they can be able to learn about finance. One World Foundation is a foundation that was created to alleviate poverty and malnutrition, hazardous waste to school, lack of family care, disabilities, lack of modern educational facilities, lack of support, and child labor. So within our network, we have this arm that deals with corporate social responsibility. Right in Trinidad and Tobago, we have our team that is gifted with the ability to reach out to those in need, and for us as an entity, practice corporate social responsibility. It's about empowering children to reach their potential through education and long-term support. This is our ecosystem. And you notice that the OneCoin is at the core of our ecosystem. The segments that are currently available up and running are the charity arm, or One World Foundation, the One Academy, which is our educational platform. We have the OneLife community that is gifted with the responsibility of building our global network. And of course, we have the Forex. So this statement is attributed to our Blue Diamond leader, captain of the OneLife ship, Mr. Cordell King James. He says that money is whatever we agree upon to settle our transactions for goods and services. So what can we do on the DealShaker platform? You can advertise your products and services. You can spend your ones on exciting deals. You can also promote deals and products and services which you wish to sell. Save money and get access to the biggest global cryptocurrency e-commerce platform in the world, which is the DealShaker. We have 2.6 million users. So what can you expect on the DealShaker? You can expect deals in the realm of travel, products, services, home and auto, and entertainment. And we know and understand in these crucial times where COVID-19 has basically stopped the wheels of commerce from turning, we have to turn to technology to enable us to be able to access the markets, because the persons are there. They're on the internet, they're on Facebook, they're on WhatsApp, they're on Zoom, they're on several types of social media. So we have to go where the customers are, and the DealShaker platform helps us to do that. So do I have to be a registered company to sell on the DealShaker? No. You can be, however, a registered company, or you can register on our platform as an individual seller. So here we have some examples of what you can purchase on the DealShaker platform. Unlike Amazon and eBay, our DealShaker platform enables you to purchase property. And need I say globally. If we look at the two deals up on the screen right now, the deal to my left is a property that is up for sale in Vietnam. And you can use your ones along with fiat currency to purchase those properties. The other property is found in Europe, and it can be also used. You can also use a combination of fiat currency and OneCoin to purchase that property. Here we have motor vehicles coming out of Europe. These are some local purchases that I myself have made on the DealShaker platform from our various merchants within Trinidad and Tobago. Quality products, very high standard, and also showing the usability of the cryptocurrency. You can obtain services such as barbering services, products such as juice, bottle seasoning, pastels. We have cooking oil, massages, jewelry, and much more. Here now is just a snippet of one of our OneCoin members utilizing the coin to make a big ticket purchase. So let's listen into this video.
Volume.
We're not hearing the audio.
Okay, one sec. see if I can improve that for you.
Coins. OneLife, one academy, one coin. It works. It's online. Mr. George Calendar receiving his 2015 Toyota hybrid Fielder. And he's in the driver's seat. Mr. Brian Merchant, as usual, clean tech delivered services. And we are pleased to say that the coins is in full effect. We are not just talking it, we don't talk and clean tech. We do it, we see it come to pass. So you see Mr. George posing off in his vehicle. You saw Mr. Alvarez leave earlier on this week, and today is Friday. And Mr. George is pulling out. Rolling out our clean tech. Once again, we are pleased to be suppliers and to support the system of 1.1 academy. We are waiting, seeing this thing go further, higher, faster, stronger, because this is only the icing. The real cake is to come. So here's Georgie waving to us as he's about to take off this thing.
So folks, that is just one product that you are able to source on our DealShaker platform locally. As was mentioned in the video, this merchant is Cleantech General Services Limited out of the East in Arima. And here on my screen are several other deals which I purchased myself using one of my OneLife accounts from merchants right here in Trinidad and Tobago. So we have various items such as bed linen, vitamins, we have rice, nuts, chocolate. I even purchased books, drinking water, perfumes. I rented 2 vehicles from that merchant off of the platform, just being able to show usability. And if you look at the bottom right hand of my screen, I even purchased some boxer shorts. And to tell you how this platform works, I purchased those items from one of my own digital stores, meaning that I have the ability to patronize my own business from a different account on our platform, showing the usability. Here we have a vehicle that was painted using 60% OneCoins and 40% cash. That merchant can be found in Google Martin. So if you're in need of a body job on a vehicle and you have OneCoins, you can get the job done. We've had several digital markets within the last 2 to 3 years from the inception of our DealShaker flagship celebration that came up in 2018. We've had 15 markets thus far showing usability of the OneCoins. Here we have Mr. Alvarez, Mr. Altamar, and the gentleman from Green Tech. And so we have the OneCoin usability in terms of products, vitamins, barbecue sauce, and happy merchants all around because they're actually being paid in an asset that appreciates over time. All smiles, both the merchants and the shoppers enjoy OneCoin usability because they understand that they are increasing their one's purchasing power anytime they patronize other merchants on the DealShaker platform. So we have here a merchant that caused a big stir at last year's market in Bigger Martin. He bought on his platform juices and they were well received and well patronized from the community. OneCoin usability again, utilized to purchase baked goods, fresh produce, and of course food from Miss Alicia. I'm extremely proud to share this slide this evening because my host, Jamila Beal, in collaboration with her mom, Ms. Mary Beal, have brought these new products onto our platform. And I must say that she has already begun to stir up international demand, having her products exported to as far as Brazil. It's also being demanded in Tobago as well. So OneCoin and the financial education empowers persons to innovate. And this is just one example of persons in our network who have begun to use the education to innovate and take their business to a different level. So we have usability all around. We have eggs on the platform. We also have wall plaques. If you look over my shoulder here, you will see one of Mr. Daly's plaques hanging just behind me, right? So it's usability at its best. And each merchant, through their economic activity, helps boost the value of the coin. And this is what we need to understand. Being part of a network is so important. And you see, it's all smiles, it's all good. Our business has been around since 2015. There are some businesses that started just a couple months ago, hot and sweaty, as we say in Trinidad and Tobago. And when we look for them today, they are no more. So you need to join a network and a business that's solid. So I was going to my wallet a couple weeks ago and found these cards. And these cards are linked to different shopping networks and different networks in the insurance industry, in the food industry, and otherwise. And we need to understand that there is importance with being affiliated on network. So I'd like to share this video with you to help you understand the importance of being part of a network. I don't want to miss this bit of information, so definitely I'll be going back to ensure that you will get to listen to this video. You know, technology doesn't want to cooperate with me this evening, but if it's one thing I have going to me is that I'm determined. So Jamila,
is and always has been a cornerstone of business since years. In fact, it's a cornerstone of business in terms
A bit
of
choppy.
connecting to actually human beings with each other to drive business. The thing is that added.
Must that comment there?
It was sounding a bit choppy just now.
Choppy. Okay. 1 second.
Networking is and always has been a cornerstone of business since years. In fact, it's a cornerstone of business in terms of the ability to connect and interact with human beings with each other to drive business. That adage, it's not what you know, it's who you know, has significantly more weight than ever before in this 21st century of business. A lot of more jobs are being taken before they're even advertised, where corporations are popping up out of the woodwork every day. It's taking us by surprise. Where the reality is that every single one of us is having to ideate, is having to innovate, is having to remain relevant and be relevant in a world that's constantly changing. And so the reality is we can't do that on our own. We can't be agile, we can't move quickly enough. We're unable to come up with innovations on our own. We need people around us. It's impossible to be successful. So those of you who can do it alone, it's absolutely rubbish. We need to have people.
It's still doing the same thing.
Network, but the key is networking effectively. Networking in a way that is adding value to you and the people that you're working with. Networking that's adding value to your thinking, your mastery, your expertise. And ultimately networking that's going to future-proof yourself, your career, and your business. There is no doubt in my mind that networking absolutely still matters in this busy, volatile, uncertain world in which we're living in. But the most important thing is who are the people around you? What is the network of you that you are building to guarantee your future success?
Also, it's important to be a part of a global network. So our opportunity is time sensitive, the earlier the better. We started OneCoin back in 2015 with a value of 50 euros. Today, we are at 42, 43 euros. And that basically shows that our coin has grown in value at least 21 times. This slide would indicate from 2015 to 31st of May up until 2019, and of course we're in 2020 now, and in the month of March we experienced another value appreciation where the coin went to $42.43 A starter package purchased back in 2015 would have given 2,400 tokens, and you will have approximately 221 coins. Between that time and the present, there have been 21 appreciations in the coin as seen on the previous slide. The 221 which carried a fair value of approximately $231 in June 2015 now has a purchasing power of 9,300 euros in March 2020. And that shows a growth of 3,900% in a matter of 4 years and 9 months. Folks, there is nothing. There is no financial plan, no shares that can guarantee you that kind of value appreciation outside of digital currency. And I say OneCoin. So we believe in the adage where it says, give a man a fish and you will swim for a day. But if you teach him to fish, you will feed him for a lifetime. So what we're doing is we're actually building a global community. We're in 194 countries of the world, and we are continuing to build and introduce people to the concept of digital currency or cryptocurrency to furnish the needs of that community, that global community. Our target is to reach 1 million merchants globally, right? So that persons within our network could have usability of the cryptocurrency. And of course, thirdly, what we want to do is we want to go public. We want to open it out to the world so that they can also too enjoy the value that comes with digital currency. So we're talking about the financial packages now. So we have packages ranging from $1,610 euro or TT, sorry, all the way up to 640,000 TT. And of course, these packages right now are subject to a discount. So what I'm encouraging you to do is get in contact with the person who would have invited you onto this call to get more information as regards to the cost savings that you will get if you purchase one of these packages at this point in time. So these are the components of our ecosystem, the One Academy, the DealShaker platform that gives us usability on a global scale, the oneforex that teaches us that we can be able to get a piece of that $5 trillion pie that's shared on a daily basis, and the OneLife network, the robust body of persons who are sharing this cryptocurrency knowledge and financial education with you. So surprise, all educational packages traded and above are discounted by 25%. So as I said before, get back in contact with the person who invited on the call. It's about value appreciation, capital appreciation, which is the key to your financial success. So what we need to do is think and act globally. All right. I want to thank you all for tuning in to tonight's presentation. And for those of you who stay on, I appreciate you. And I hope that this presentation in some way added value to you. And I'm hoping that this evening, that your decision making will be the key in the equation to your success. So with that being said, I hand over to my host, Mr. Mbapi. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cadiz, for that lovely presentation. I would like to call on as a testimonial as well from Ms. Donna Samlal Singh concerning how have you been using the One Academy to your advantage thus far?
Hi, good night, good night. This is Ms. Donna's husband.
I have a clue, that's no problem.
Good night, good night. How you guys doing? Hey.
Okay, just dealing with the technical issues.
Yeah. Listen, I'll tell you something. For the technical issues that have taken place, that has been happening throughout the day because we have been on 2 other Zooms in addition to this. And each of those, they had technical issues. But I'll tell you something, it would make Dwayne a stronger presenter because he did not give up, he persevered through it. And I really, really admire that. Dwayne spoke a lot about usability of the coin. And today I was in Penal and we are dealing with a guy whom I'm hoping to introduce to the platform. Now, this guy is a young man, has his own business. He does all the right things in that he has good after sales service. He pleasant disposition, knows a lot about his stuff. But at the end of the day, there is no safeguard that your business would be secure. So you must be able to do something different to the rest of the competition, and the rest of the competition is still stuck in what's happening now, because in a matter of a couple of months, it will not be business as usual. As in fact, people are already starting to say that. So unless that gentleman whom I'm speaking to could appreciate the value of the future currency, his business, as with all the good assets and qualities that he has, he may not be able to come out of where 95% of other businesses are stuck. So, guys, all Dwayne Cadiz is saying tonight is that take a look at what we are offering, because what we have been doing in the past has not been getting us there. That is all we're suggesting. But more than take a look, have trust in what we're offering. Why? Because we have been around for more than 5 years now. We have gone through the battles where statistics show within the first 5 years, almost 90% of all companies fall. So we already in the top 10, the top 10% of all companies. We have gone past this hurdle and we're still moving on. So why don't we just trust the process that we have put out there? We have already climbed several hurdles, and maybe we could do it for you guys who decide to come on board too. Come and take a look at what we offer. All right, Dwayne, thanks a lot for persevering. Jamelia, I love your enthusiasm. Have a great night, everyone.
Well done, guys. I agree with Clifton what he said, and really appreciate you all. Let's keep going, because I'll tell you the new normal, when you're wearing masks and you're wearing gloves, what will then happen to paper money? Thank you. Good night.
Thank you so much. So I will now leave our final remarks with our captain, Mr. King James. Mr. James, the floor is yours.
Good night, everyone. Due to technical difficulties, quite obviously, Mr. King James is no longer on the call. I believe it is because of internet problems on his end. Clearly, P-Mobile and Digicel need to up their game in this quarantine time. So I would like to propose possibly Mr. Edwin Wilson. Are you available and able to speak at this time and give some short remarks?
Good night, everyone. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing you.
All right, great. Congrats to Dwayne and Jamelia tonight. In spite of the technical difficulties, as we say, you soldiered on to complete it. And reflecting on that, there are people who go through life, have a job, go and do this 40 to 45 year plan, soldier on, complete the journey, retire, and have very little to show for it. They give blood, sweat, and tears to a boss that really don't care much about them. They put up with workers who maybe at the first opportunity may stab them in the back for upward mobility in the company. And they go through all of that for a job, for a salary, and at the end of the day are left to retire, many of them scared and worried about how they are going to make it through. And we are saying that in this opportunity, with the community we have, with the help you get from our ecosystem, we significantly reduce those chances. People, you are getting an opportunity to be involved in a trend, to be ahead of the wave, and let that wave carry you through. Get back to the person who invited you. Let them give you the information about this company, this OneLife opportunity that are changing lives. I've been involved in the business since 2016, and I have only but good experiences. This business literally took me and several people from my team from where we were which wasn't a good place, to an extremely better position, all because we took advantage of the opportunity. Were we scared? Yes, we were. Did we have doubt? Yes, we did. But we soldiered on. We got involved. We followed the instructions. We listened to the people who knew more than us and soldiered on to this point. Get back to the person who invited you. Ask all the questions you want to ask, but make sure and have one's cryptocurrency as part of your asset portfolio. Good night, folks. Back to you, Jamelia.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wilson. So I hope that everyone who has been listening in, you understood everything. If you have any questions, please feel free to go back to the person who shared this with you. The fact that they shared this with you means that they care about you a lot. To make sure you can do something better for yourself. I'm hearing some feedback. Sorry. Thank you. Yes. So obviously they care about you a lot to make sure that you can strive and thrive, because we all deserve to thrive. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, your morning, whichever area of the world you are. Please do enjoy your time. Thank you. One's out.